Emmerdale twist in double exit story, as two characters return to the village. Amelia and Dan Spencer are back in the Emmerdale village after deciding to go on the run. The father and daughter developed a plan to leave the Dales for Ireland after Dan was told that he'd be going to prison following the attack on stalker Lloyd, which ultimately led to his death. Dan was charged with manslaughter and told that he could face anything from 3 to 8 years behind bars. Amelia, terrified of losing her dad, then put forward the idea of going on the run so they're able to stay together as a family. Dan agreed with what Amelia had to say and enlisted Kane's help with organizing a car. Kane was supportive of Dan's choice, and in Thursday's, August 10th, episode, he was even feeling a little emotional at the prospect of losing his colleague. As Dan said his goodbye, Amelia did the same with Noah. They got into the car and headed off, preparing to catch a ferry ready for their new life. On their way, Dan started talking about how Amelia is dropping her and Esther's life in the village just to be with him. Amelia pointed out that Dan was doing the same as well, but he knew that Amelia was at risk of losing the most in this scenario and pointed out that he should know better. While Amelia fell asleep, it became apparent that Dan had looped his journey and ended up back at the same roadworks as before. Amelia was puzzled as she woke up, but then faced the upsetting realization that Dan had decided to go back to the village and face the music. Dan explained why he wanted to come back during a chat with Kane and then hugged his daughter as they both accepted what's ahead. He's going to prison.